What's up guys, it's Blaze Critical here. Today, unfortunately, we're covering a more serious topic about the streamer Nina Lin and her whole entire situation explained. So, Nina Lin was recently a very popular Twitch streamer, but a clip of her resurfaced that was around like about a year and a half ago of her SAing one of the males. Now have a look at this disgusting video.
Oh my God. Saeed. Hey, come here. I got you. Saeed, come here. So you can't. 23. No. He's a consensual.
Yeah.
He's not consenting. Yes.
Yeah, it's also very uncomfortable for me to watch.
He is. He's not even saying nothing. He likes it.
So you can see here, this person's Nina, and her friend is also helping to block his escape pathway and try to basically pin him down.
Oh no. I don't think he wants to. Yeah, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Hold on.
Yeah, so this is like absolutely disgusting behavior. You see how she twerks over him, and you can see visibly the man in question is Saeed. He's the victim here, and he feels uncomfortable the whole time, so you can see. And these two unhinged girls just keep like essaying him, like tweaking on him, and try to block his pathway. And this, by the way, this is all live as well.
You remind me of that one.
Yeah, so that's basically what happened. And basically, he did not give consent or anything. You can hear it in this bit.
He is. He's not even saying nothing. He's 23. No. He's a consensual. No, he's not consenting. Yes, he is.
See? He did not give consent, and yet they went for it anyway. So just imagine if the roles were reversed, right? And this would be a very serious situation, and to be honest, even deserves sort of even real life consequences like jail time or something like that. And the reason why this drama kind of blew up, as later we will see, that initially Twitch only banned her for 1 day after that. And there are other clips of her resurfacing. This is another situation. The same guy. You can see them rolling him on the bed.
Hey, yo, cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Yo, cut the cameras, bro. Don't do it. Look at my Louis Vuitton store. Hold on.
Pinning him down,
No, outside clothes.
massaging him.
What's going on?
You can hear her yelling, "Cut the cameras! Cut the cameras!" So even she knew that what they were doing were really wrong.
That bag. Look at that bag. This is a nice bag. Hold on, this is a nice bag. How much this cost?
Yeah, this is very uncomfortable for me to see, but I think it's good to let the public know.
Oh, I need this. I needed this. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Zoe, he's not consenting. He's not consenting. Yo!
See, even the people around knew that this is very wrong and said that he did not consent. And yet, these two unhinged girls still did it anyway. So I think so the left side is Nina and the right side is Zoe.
No!
Can I have it?
No, you can't have my bag.
Wait, I need to get the out of the bag. What? You heard it.
So she's like still twisting him. You can tell all the men's call them out and they're all very uncomfortable. Yet these two unhinged girls still went at it. And what's even more ridiculous is after this whole incident, she continued streaming and she said that basically the guy, Saeed, which they essayed, should be embarrassed that, calling embarrassing that actually he wanted this, which is ridiculous. If it was any other way around, if the roles were reversed, if a man did this to the girl and the man pinned down the girl, rolled him, dragged him to the bedroom like that, yeah, that would be, completely room for jail, room for, permanent ban. But None of the stuff really happened for Nina. Anyway, so let's have a listen to what she has to say. This is literally before she was banned. She kept streaming after this whole thing came out, and this is what she has to say.
So what if he says, I feel like you did some shit wrong?
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one has say Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was gonna talk to him because you definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you dead ass felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you gotta let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
Do you hear that? That's embarrassing for a guy. Why would the victim be embarrassed?
How you today?
I was looking for him. I was looking everywhere for him.
How you trying to patch that up?
I think he came out.
No, he was here. But I didn't see him at all. I saw him one time and he disappeared.
Like, he's like shaming the victim.
Oh my, came right. He wasn't here.
Yeah, this is what we saw earlier. The original situation. Yeah, this is the other clip we saw earlier. Yeah, basically, it's really crazy that the perpetrator called the victim, you know, like he should be embarrassed of himself. He's continued to degrade him, even after the fact. And she completely denied it. She did not apologize. She didn't do anything like that. So, this is the man's perspective, the victim's perspective. And he talks about why it took so long for him to bring this up. And his brother is just really heartbreaking to hear. Let's hear what he has to say. It's really heartbreaking.
Honest to God, it was doing a lot towards me, and the reason why I didn't say anything about it on stream or anything like that is
I think he's a bit quiet. Let me turn him up a bit. Let's hear him again.
Honest to God, it was doing a lot towards me, and the reason why I didn't say anything about it on stream or anything like that is I've dealt with something like this before, and I didn't want to. When I dealt with it originally, I was working at a job, and it was a gym, and I told my boss about it, and all he did was make jokes about it. And I tried to talk about it a lot more, and I didn't want to tell my parents. And it did affect me a lot. And this situation did bring back those memories. And it was hard to move past it originally.
You can clearly tell the victim, the man, is like suffering and everything. And you know, with victims, they always sometimes take a bit of time before they come out, and this is all completely normal because sometimes they might not be ready, and they might still be scared. This is all very normal that he came out like a year later, and also especially in the streaming scene, like I think he was just like a assistant or something, and he's not like a big streamer and things like that. He might also be afraid of backlash and you know like all that kind of stuff. So, but it's really good of him to speak out, and you can tell he's clearly traumatized, and it's even more sad about the situation is that he had something happen to him, similar thing that happened to him earlier before this whole Nina situation, and yeah. But anyway, just to show that you know he's the real victim here, yeah, and just so sad that nothing's done about this. Twitch literally just only banned her for 1 day. What does 1 day ban do for SA? You know, we should be in jail and like a perma ban at least, or maybe not. If not a perma ban for her for a very long time, like 6 months or something. At the very minimum, I would say, if not perma ban. Like it's what is this 1 day ban? Okay, after that, there was even more backlash, and Twitch then unbanned her after like a day or so. Then Twitch then banned her again for another week. And then after that, she's been unbanned again. But again, just a week and a day, maybe 2, like 10 days. How is that enough? It's not enough justice, in my opinion. So again, I think Twitch should ban her for like 6 months, a year, or maybe permaban. I think it would be more correct in this situation. And also, or even permaban. And also, there's a bigger problem at hand, which is basically about Twitch's like moderation team, because Twitch has never been consistent in the way they approach the banning system. So for example, VTubers are banned left and right for no reason, for like not verifying, but the VTubers have actually verified, but they got banned anyway, and there was no response. And these are from like large organization, from VTubers, they're well-known VTubers as well. There's also a couple of other, RL like face cam streamers that were also unfairly banned without reasons, or sometimes indefinite for no reason. And yet she has only been banned for what, a week and a bit. And a week is after the backlash, by the way. Remember, initially she was banned for a day, which is crazy. Now, the other issue is I'm trying to say is that this is a pattern of behavior. And unfortunately, with abusers, with SA people, it's a pattern that they cannot stop. They cannot stop themselves, even if they wanted to, because they got into a habit of doing this. And this is what I'm trying to show. So it's not just a Saeed situation, right? So another popular OTV streamer, Disguised Toast, also shared about a situation with him. So this is the second person that Nina has as a now, that he was very uncomfortable, and she gave a massage. Now the massage was actually really over the line, because it can be seen that she was gripping his butt, chopping it and stuff. And let's just hear what he has to say. I was trying to get a massage from the physical therapist when Nina Lean, RL streamer I've never met, pushed aside the therapist and started grabbing my ass. So first of all, the massage was not even meant to be administered by Nina. It's meant to be administered by the physical therapist. And Nina, the streamer, just pushed the therapist aside and then started massaging and then grabbed his ass. Okay, let's keep reading. I felt pressure to go along with it because 3 RL streamer cameras pointed at my face and also being at a sponsored event. I did not want to escalate the situation. I was extremely uncomfortable the whole time. So the key word is I was extremely uncomfortable the whole time. Now, you guys may be saying, oh, why didn't Toast just speak about it, on the spot? I think this is also the problem with streamers, is that they don't really want to upset the sponsors. They don't want to upset the people around them, and especially streamers that come in circles and stuff like that. So a little bit like a mini Hollywood essentially. So I can see where he's coming from, but it's good definitely for him to speak out, and I would encourage more people, if something like this happens, to speak out right away and have the courage to speak out right away. Because if something's wrong, I think everyone should just speak on it, even if that is your friend or you're a bystander to something. If something's over the line, obviously a joke is fine, right? But if something that's over the line, I feel like the friends, or even if it's your friend, you gotta speak out, man. You gotta say on the spot. It's even better. But better late than never. Again, we should, Toast is the victim here, and I'm glad he speaks out. So again, this just shows that this is a pattern of behavior. Nina assaulted not only Saeed, but also Toast. Now, I think there's also one other person, so after she was unbanned after that 1 week. Okay, this is also my page, but let me find the bookmarks. Yeah, after that 1 week when she was unbanned, right? It's not in here, but apparently there's a clip of Nina essaying a 16-year-old or something. Let me find the clip. I can't find it right now, but there is another clip of her essaying a third person right after the 1 week ban. So this is all like a pattern of behavior. By the way, this is a clip of her doing the massage on toast. The essay massage. Let me just.
I did see Toast tweet.
Okay, so this is a bit more watchable.
I cannot believe that Nina is unbanned. Toast tweeted a video of Nina.
Yeah, so everyone agree with this. It's not just male, like females also agree with it. This is the famous streamer Valkyrae. So
pretty much at the streamer games, sexually assaulting him and massaging his ass at a massage table.
No. You ready, Emma? You ready?
Yeah, go ahead, Nina.
Okay, okay, girl. No, Nina. Oh my. Wow, you have the best masseuse, Toast. Wow, she is so bold.
yeah, you see that?
Oh my. Wow, you have the best masseuse, Toast.
Yeah, she grabbed his ass and she shaked it. Look. This definitely essay, and he felt uncomfortable the entire time. And honestly, who wouldn't feel uncomfortable?
So bold, so bold. Yep, keep it up. Yep. Good job, Nina. So talented.
And he said that he was uncomfortable the whole time. And he didn't even know her.
That's the crazy part, is that he did not know her prior to this. So this is the first time they met. And she felt comfortable enough to essay him. Now, the other thing is, I feel like, based on the evidence, she should be, face some sort of legal repercussion and sort of potential jail time, because there's another clip of herself evidently confessing to a crime she did for many years to her own brother. Let's have a listen to this crazy clip. Okay, just bear me with me for a second. Okay, let me refresh the page. Maybe that will help.
It was deep.
I've never been in a relationship, but I have relationship problems.
It was deep.
I've never been in a relationship, but I have relationship problems with my little brother, like really bad ones. I was trying to be like an older sister, and like mind you, I never met him for like 6 years since we were born. So I was like 8, he was 6. That's when we first met. And I was like, I have a little brother, I didn't know that. So we met up, because I actually grew up in a foster house. And then I moved in with my real parents when I was 8. It was very violent, the foster house I was in. I loved them, I loved the people who took care of me, they took very good care of me. But they were also very traditional, as in very old school, where everything was very physical. Like, I'd been beat, obviously. Because in a foster house, I had 2 little younger brothers that weren't biological to me, but they were autistic. I would take care of them, and because they were sped, I would take care of them more. So when I had a brother that had all the chromosomes, I was like, you should be like, okay, like you should not be acting sped. Like you can't be, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be like.
Let's not use the word sped.
He wanted a sister, right? But I was like kind of rejecting him. I've always been beat growing up, so I was never taught the right way. It was always through action. So I was really aggressive with my younger brother, and he was like 6. So I beat him until he was like 15 or 13.
Hear that? He was abusing his own brother for a very long time.
All the way there, and like Child Protective Services came.
Did you hear that? So not only did she abuse his brother pretty much for his entire life until like 16 years old, the Child Protective Services even came.
We had to fly to China to evade the police and Child Protective Services because they were going to put us in foster care. And we went to China for a month, came back.
This is crazy that they had to flee to China outside the US to evade the police and then come back. This is crazy story, by the way.
Services because they were going to put us in foster care. And we went to China for a month, came back. My dad almost got arrested because they thought it was my dad beating him, but it was actually me. And they all knew, but I wouldn't say anything. And I beat him more to not say anything to the police when they got interrogated. And then he got released. I think it wasn't the physical beating that was the worst part. It was the mental. Like, it really hindered him. It disabled him from like being able to express himself. It took me like 6 years to say sorry to him.
Even she confessed that it messed up his own brother mentally, and he couldn't express himself because she was abusing him. Even she knew that she fucked up. And the crazy thing is, she's confessing this all live on cam and confessing her own crimes and everything.
So I feel like that's why, for me, I can't really be affectionate to a lot of people because I don't really know how to. So I only know how to be loud and aggressive, right?
So this is actually really the crazy part, is that all of these evidence clearly indicate that she needs help, but also the fact that she is a criminal. You know, she essayed multiple men and even abusing her own brother, and yet no one's doing anything about this. This is a crazy situation, and she's unbanned, and she's continued streaming on Twitch as of now. And Twitch, as an organization, is just so hypocritical that they wouldn't even permaban him, permaban her, or at least ban her for, in my opinion, at least 6 months or 12 months, right? At minimum, if not permaban. And also, this is maybe something the law enforcement should come into this, because clearly this is a very serious situation, like multiple essays and, you know, her own brother. But anyway, I just thought that, you know, if it was the other way around, the double standard, if it was it was a man doing this to a girl, this situation already would have been resolved. Like, the man would be in jail, and Twitch would have definitely banned. So again, please see if we can have some sort of justice for this. I just want to raise awareness of this. I also want to raise awareness that men can be a victim too in these situations. So yeah, just trying to raise awareness. Yeah, basically that's the whole Nina Lin situation explained. Thanks for watching. Consider leaving a like and subscribe if you like the video. Thank you.